Disclaimer. The following video is simply designed as an entertainment video on spiritual books that may aid a being in their awakening process. This is purely for educational and information sharing purposes. No professional or medical advice is given. Do your own research and always seek government-approved medical advice. However, use your own intuitive knowing to make the correct discernment about your life's choices. You are a spirit having a human experience in this quantum reality. That is a fact as proven in Quantum Physics, Part 1, Quantum Physics and Consciousness. 1. The Holographic Universe. By Michael Talbot. The Holographic Universe. Michael Talbot explores the idea that the universe is a hologram, an intricate pattern that seems to be physical but is in fact fundamentally non-material. Talbot draws on the work of physicist David Bohm, who suggested that the physical world may be an illusion, an unfolding of information that is far more abstract than we can perceive. He also draws on Carl Jung's ideas on the collective unconscious and mystical traditions to propose that the entire universe is interconnected. This theory suggests that what we see as separate objects and events are merely projections of a deeper universal consciousness. The book further explores phenomena like near-death experiences, paranormal events, and synchronicities as evidence of the holographic nature of the universe. Talbot links these ideas to the findings of quantum physics, which suggest that particles can exist in multiple places simultaneously, and entangled particles seem to influence one another instantaneously, regardless of distance. 2. My Big Toe, Theory of Everything, by Tom Campbell's. My Big Toe is an ambitious attempt to explain everything about the universe, from the origins of life to the nature of consciousness, by integrating science and philosophy. The central concept is that reality is a virtual simulation created by a larger consciousness system. Campbell, a physicist who worked with NASA on aerospace projects, argues that the fundamental nature of the universe is information. Consciousness, not matter, is the primary fabric of reality. The book is divided into 3 parts: the consciousness system, the virtual reality, and the big toe. In the first part, Campbell delves into the idea that our individual consciousnesses are part of a larger system, and the physical universe is a virtual reality created to allow consciousness to evolve. He suggests that everything, including space, time, and the objects within it, exists as an informational construct, with the purpose of allowing consciousness to learn, grow, and ultimately reach a state of love or low entropy. He uses the principles of physics, particularly quantum mechanics and relativity, to support his claims and discusses how we can use understanding of this system to live better, more fulfilling lives. 3. The Quantum Universe, by Brian Cox and Jeff Forshaw. In the quantum universe, physicists Brian Cox and Jeff Forshaw attempt to make the concepts of quantum mechanics accessible to a general audience. The book serves as a primer to the foundational principles of quantum physics, including wave-particle duality, quantum entanglement, and the uncertainty principle. The authors guide readers through the strange and counterintuitive nature of quantum mechanics, explaining how particles behave in ways that defy classical intuition. They introduce the concept of quantum fields, where particles are excitations in these fields rather than solid objects moving through space. The book emphasizes the elegance and simplicity of quantum theory, while highlighting its profound implications for how we understand reality. They also explore the role of observation in quantum mechanics, where particles seem to choose their behavior based on whether they are being measured or not. The book bridges the gap between theoretical physics and real-world experiences, showing how quantum phenomena govern everything from the behavior of atoms to the functioning of modern technologies, like computers and lasers. 4. The Field, by Lynne McTaggart. The Field explores the idea of a vast, invisible energy field that underpins the universe and connects all living things. She introduces the concept of the zero-point field, ZPF, a quantum energy field that exists everywhere and is capable of influencing both matter and consciousness. McTaggart explains how scientists have discovered that the fabric of the universe is not empty space, but filled with this field, which holds the potential for everything that exists. She draws on research from quantum physics, particularly the work of physicist Harold Puthoff and others, to suggest that human consciousness can interact with this field in ways that influence our health, emotions, and even the material world around us. The book discusses studies of psychic phenomena, intention, and mind-body connections, demonstrating how focused intention can impact the field. It explores the work of biologists, physicists, and psychologists who have studied the power of the mind to influence physical reality, proposing that everything in the universe is interconnected through this field. 5. Quantum Enigma. Physics Encounters Consciousness, by Bruce Rosenblum and Fred Kuttner. In Quantum Enigma, Physics Encounters Consciousness, physicists Bruce Rosenblum and Fred Kuttner examine the role of consciousness in the strange phenomena of quantum mechanics. They argue that the central mystery of quantum mechanics, the measurement problem, cannot be explained without addressing the question of consciousness. The measurement problem arises because quantum particles exist in a superposition of states until they are observed or measured, at which point they collapse into a definite state. This leads to the paradox of how and why observation seems to play a crucial role in determining the outcome of experiments. Rosenblum and Kuttner discuss various interpretations of quantum mechanics, including the Copenhagen interpretation, which posits that consciousness is somehow involved in the collapse of the wave function. They also explore how quantum theory challenges our conventional understanding of reality and suggest that the physical world may be shaped by the mind in ways that we don't yet fully understand. 6. The Elegant Universe, by Brian Greene. In The Elegant Universe, Brian Greene explains string theory, a cutting-edge framework in theoretical physics that attempts to unify all fundamental forces of nature, gravity, electromagnetism, the strong and weak nuclear forces, into a single theory. String theory proposes that the fundamental building blocks of the universe are not point-like particles, as traditionally thought, but tiny vibrating strings of energy. These strings can vibrate at different frequencies, and their different modes of vibration correspond to different particles. Greene explains the mathematical structure of string theory, as well as the concept of extra dimensions beyond the familiar 3 dimensions of space and 1 of time. He explores how string theory seeks to resolve long-standing problems in physics, such as the incompatibility between quantum mechanics and general relativity, and how it could eventually lead to a theory of everything. The book also delves into the historical development of physics and how string theory represents the next frontier in our understanding of the universe. 7. The Self-Aware Universe, by Amit Goswami. In The Self-Aware Universe, quantum physicist Amit Goswami argues that consciousness is the foundation of reality, rather than a byproduct of it. Goswami explores how quantum physics, traditionally seen as the domain of matter and energy, can be understood through the lens of consciousness. He suggests that consciousness is not just something that emerges from the brain, but is an integral part of the fabric of the universe. Drawing from the concepts of quantum physics, Goswami proposes that the universe itself is a conscious entity, and all matter and energy are manifestations of this universal consciousness. He also delves into the idea of non-locality, where particles are interconnected across vast distances, to argue that consciousness is not confined to individuals, but is a universal phenomenon. The book integrates scientific insights with spiritual traditions, suggesting that the mind, consciousness and the universe are deeply interconnected in ways that science is just beginning to understand. 8. Physics of the Soul, by Amit Goswami. Physics of the Soul builds on the ideas presented in The Self-Aware Universe, extending the discussion of consciousness to topics like life, death and the afterlife. Goswami suggests that the soul is a quantum entity existing outside of time and space. He proposes that our physical bodies are the expressions of a deeper, non-material essence, the soul. The book explores how consciousness survives physical death, and it offers an understanding of the soul's journey through reincarnation and spiritual evolution. Goswami draws on scientific theories of quantum mechanics and theories of consciousness to present an integrated view of the soul, the body, and the universe. He also offers a view of the afterlife that aligns with both scientific and spiritual ideas, suggesting that the soul continues its existence beyond physical death, guided by higher forms of consciousness. 9. The Quantum Revelation, by Paul Levy. In The Quantum Revelation, Paul Levy proposes that the universe is a product of our collective consciousness. He suggests that reality itself is a manifestation of the unconscious mind, and quantum mechanics provides insight into the nature of this participatory reality. Levy combines quantum physics with Jungian psychology, proposing that we are all co-creators of the universe through our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. The book explores the concept of synchronicity, a phenomenon that Carl Jung described as meaningful coincidences, and examines how quantum entanglement might explain how distant events or thoughts are connected. Levy draws on mysticism, psychology, and quantum theory to argue that we must shift our perception of reality to understand our role in co-creating it. The book encourages readers to engage in a process of self-awareness and transformation, recognizing their power to shape the world around them. 10. Biocentrism by Robert Lanza. Biocentrism. Robert Lanza argues that life and biology are central to understanding the universe. He challenges the traditional materialist view that the universe existed first, and then life emerged from it. Instead, he proposes that life is the primary force in the universe, and that the cosmos exists because we are here to observe it. According to Lanza, consciousness is not an epiphenomenon of the brain, but an inherent property of the universe, and it shapes the very fabric of reality. The book critiques the mechanistic view of the universe and offers a new perspective on topics such as time, space, and the nature of life. Lanza suggests that the universe is a construct of our consciousness and that everything in it is interconnected through a web of life. 11. The Tao of Physics by Fritjof Capra. The Tao of Physics. Fritjof Capra explores the parallels between modern physics, especially quantum mechanics and relativity, and Eastern philosophical traditions like Taoism, Buddhism, and Hinduism. Capra delves into how both modern science and ancient mysticism address the fundamental nature of reality in similar ways, despite coming from very different cultural and intellectual backgrounds. He argues that quantum physics, which reveals that the universe is interconnected and inseparable, mirrors the holistic view of reality found in Eastern thought. The book explores concepts like non-duality, the interconnectedness of all things, and the illusion of separation, which are central to both Taoism and quantum theory. Capra presents a vision of the universe as a unified whole, where the observer and the observed are intimately connected. He also critiques the mechanistic worldview that dominated Western thought, and advocates for a more holistic and integrative approach to understanding reality, one that bridges science and spirituality. 12. The Dancing Wu-Li Masters by Gary Zukav. The Dancing Wu-Li Masters. Gary Zukav introduces the strange and beautiful world of quantum physics through the lens of Chinese philosophy and metaphysics. Zukav uses the concept of Wu-Li, a term from Chinese philosophy that can be translated as patterns of organic energy, to explore the principles of quantum mechanics. He explains that quantum mechanics, like Taoism, is concerned with understanding the flow and interconnectedness of energy in the universe, and that scientific discoveries such as the duality of light and the uncertainty principle resonate with the ancient Chinese understanding of the fluid, ever-changing nature of reality. Zukav makes complex scientific ideas accessible and exciting by presenting them in a metaphorical and artistic context, which helps to convey the profound mysteries of the quantum world. The book invites readers to rethink their perceptions of reality and see quantum mechanics as a kind of dance, where particles and waves, like the elements in a traditional Wu-Li dance, flow in ways that are simultaneously random and patterned, mysterious and predictable. 13. Entangled Minds by Dean Radin. Entangled Minds by Dean Radin explores the scientific investigation of psychic phenomena, such as telepathy, remote viewing, and precognition from the perspective of quantum physics. Radin, a leading researcher in parapsychology, suggests that consciousness is not confined to the brain, and that psychic abilities might be real phenomena that can be explained using the principles of quantum mechanics. He examines the role of quantum entanglement, where particles remain interconnected over vast distances, and how this could explain seemingly impossible phenomena like mind-to-mind communication or the ability to affect distant events. Radin presents the idea that consciousness itself may be a non-local phenomenon, and this suggests that the mind might interact with the quantum field in ways that transcend space and time. The book reviews decades of experimental evidence in parapsychology and argues for a new understanding of reality, one in which consciousness plays a fundamental role in shaping the material world. 14. Real Magic by Dean Radin. In Real Magic, Dean Radin takes a closer look at what might be called magic from a scientific perspective. Rather than dismissing such phenomena as superstition or illusion, Radin investigates them using rigorous scientific methods. He explores the historical and contemporary studies of paranormal phenomena, such as telekinesis, psychometry, and distant healing. Radin's thesis is that these magical abilities are not inherently supernatural, but are based on principles of quantum mechanics and the power of consciousness. The book explores how these abilities can be replicated under controlled conditions and how they align with the latest research in quantum physics. Radin suggests that through focused intention and mental effort, individuals can influence the physical world, challenging the conventional boundaries of what science deems possible. The book calls for a broader understanding of human consciousness and its potential to interact with and influence the universe in subtle but profound ways. 15. The Conscious Universe, by Dean Radin. The Conscious Universe, Radin presents evidence from over a century of parapsychological research to argue that consciousness is a fundamental aspect of the universe. Radin reviews a wide range of studies that suggest that the mind can influence physical events, such as random number generators and distant healing. He posits that consciousness is not just a byproduct of the brain, but an integral part of the fabric of reality itself, interacting with the quantum field in ways that science has yet to fully understand. The book critiques the materialist worldview, which suggests that consciousness emerges from physical processes and instead offers an alternative view in which consciousness is the source of all reality. Radin presents experiments that demonstrate phenomena like telepathy, precognition, and psychokinesis, arguing that they are real and can be measured scientifically. The book challenges the current paradigms of science, suggesting that our understanding of consciousness and its relationship to the material world needs to be radically expanded. 16. The Universe in a Single Atom, by Dalai Lama. In The Universe in a Single Atom, the Dalai Lama explores the intersection between science and spirituality. Drawing on both his Buddhist training and modern scientific discoveries, he discusses how scientific insights into the nature of the universe, particularly quantum physics, align with Buddhist philosophy. The Dalai Lama reflects on concepts like interdependence, impermanence, and the nature of consciousness, showing how these ancient teachings resonate with contemporary scientific understandings of the interconnectedness of all things. He explores topics such as the nature of space and time, the mind-body connection, and the illusion of separation, suggesting that both science and spirituality are concerned with understanding the same underlying truth about the universe. The book is a call for collaboration between scientists and spiritual practitioners, as both fields seek to understand the profound mysteries of existence. 17. The Divine Matrix, by Gregg Braden. The Divine Matrix, by Gregg Braden, explores the idea that there is an invisible field of energy that connects all things in the universe, which he calls the Divine Matrix. Braden argues that this matrix is a network of energy and information that transcends time and space, and that it is shaped by human consciousness. He discusses the scientific basis of this matrix, referencing quantum physics, the zero-point field, and theories of interconnectedness. The book suggests that our thoughts, emotions, and intentions can influence this matrix, thereby affecting our physical reality. Braden also examines how ancient spiritual traditions understood this interconnectedness and how modern science is catching up to these insights. He discusses the power of human intention and the potential to create positive change in the world by aligning our consciousness with the divine matrix. 18. The Spontaneous Healing of Belief, by Gregg Braden. The Spontaneous Healing of Belief. Gregg Braden explores the transformative power of belief and how changing our beliefs can directly impact our health, relationships, and reality. He examines how belief systems shape our biology, psychology, and the world around us, proposing that beliefs are not just abstract ideas, but powerful forces that can heal or harm us. Drawing on research from quantum physics, neurobiology, and ancient healing traditions, Braden shows how the mind-body connection can be used to foster spontaneous healing. He discusses the science of how beliefs create physical changes in the body, and how new beliefs can promote healing, even in seemingly impossible situations. The book encourages readers to examine and change their limiting beliefs, suggesting that our perception of reality is not fixed, but can be reshaped through the power of conscious intention and belief. 19. The Isness of Things, by Beelzebub. In The Isness of Things, Beelzebub explores the nature of existence, focusing on the idea that all things simply are. The book delves into the concept of isness, the state of being that transcends the judgment and categorization of the mind. By understanding this essence of existence, Beelzebub argues that we can begin to live more authentically, free from the distractions of ego, materialism, and mental constructs. The book discusses how meditative practices and self-awareness can help individuals connect with the present moment and experience life as it truly is, beyond the filters of the mind. Beelzebub examines how attachment to the material world and our concepts of self create suffering, and he offers insights into how to overcome these attachments and live in harmony with the flow of existence. 20. Morphic Resonance, by Rupert Sheldrake. In Morphic Resonance, Rupert Sheldrake introduces his theory that natural systems, including living organisms, inherit a collective memory of past forms and behaviors. Sheldrake argues that instead of being strictly determined by genetic material, organisms are influenced by morphic fields, invisible fields of influence that store information about patterns of development. These fields influence the structure and behavior of organisms across time, enabling new organisms to resonate with previous patterns of behavior. Sheldrake's theory of morphic resonance challenges traditional views of biology and evolution, suggesting that memory is not confined to individuals or genes, but is shared across the collective. He provides evidence from experiments in animal behavior, plant growth, and even human learning, showing that once a behavior is established, it becomes easier for others to replicate. The theory also has implications for human consciousness, suggesting that our thoughts and actions are not entirely unique, but are influenced by broader collective patterns. Sheldrake extends his theory to explain phenomena like telepathy and group consciousness, proposing that these experiences are the result of morphic fields at work.